Alright, let's continue on. A decaying human head has been forcibly crammed into the top left cubby. It mustn't have been easy to make it fit, as there are tiny pieces of flesh and scalp tissue all along the frame. Based on what's left of its facial features and the cut of its hair, this was likely a male middle school student. That's horrible! Hey, seriously, you need to stop shoving! Chihaya seemed almost as if she were trying to hide behind my body from the sight of the severed head, and she wound up pushing me forward in the process. If she didn't want to see it, she could have not looked at it. Why did she need to be so grabby? Worse still, she was pushing me right into the shelf, giving me an uncomfortably close view of the head, not to mention the things crawling on it. Oh my god. See? This is why you should keep your hands to yourself. Honestly, am I supposed to be your shield or something? No, I have to fight the temptation to leave. We'll never find Nana if we turn tail and run every time the going gets tough. We're not leaving this building without her. Well, yeah, about that. Wow, where the hell are we? Oh, I know where we are. Hello? Is anybody in this building? Because I know where we're at. We are in the building, the second floor, or second building or whatever. Because, yeah, this layout looks very familiar. This would be where, like, the green ooze would be at in the game, I think. That has faces on it if you look really closely in the game. There's a large hole in the floor here, blocking the way through this hall. Well, that's sad. Within the hole, there's simply nothing visible at all. It's like a void down there. There's no way to estimate the depth. You'd have to be a track star to make it to the other side safely, and even then it would be risky. Chihaya certainly couldn't pull it off. Alright, so let's go to the... Yeah, the second wing, that's right. I'm not even paying attention to the words or anything on the thing, but yeah, we're in the second wing. Weren't the other people in the second? Weird, whatever. Oh, right, they used the exit, and the exit was, I guess, to the first wing. Wasn't there a body there earlier? These are our portraits. Why did it get quiet all of a sudden? These are portraits of influential people connected with this school, or possibly with this classroom specifically. Not an uncommon thing to find. In this atmosphere, though, it really looks like they're all staring directly at you, no matter what angle you view them from. It's creepy. It's creepy, man. I'm dead now. All I've done since I got here is watch out for her. All I've done is protect her. I wish I hadn't bothered, because in the end, she died too. Stupid, stupid, stupid baka baka baka. Stupid baka, stupid baka, stupid baka. I'm going to kill her. Even though she's already dead, kill her, kill her, kill her, kill her, kill her, kill her. Give me back my life, goddammit! Damn. Someone has some big issues here. Whoa! What the hell? Really? Really? Sorry, I accidentally dropped my pouch on the piano. Jeez! Don't scare me like that! It's an old piano. Still seems to be in decent playable condition. I love how it has a different dialogue when you press it again. Because they can't scare you with the same trick twice. Okay. I just hear like something... Sound like something just pushed against or some... I don't know. It's weird. Hello? Any ID tags around here? Art room's not blocked off. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's head to the art room. As long as no one's in the frickin' corner. The inside of the cabinet is blood red throughout, as if someone very carefully painted it that way. Actually, wait. Isn't that a tube of red paint inside? And it looks unopened. In fact, it looks completely untouched. There's not even the slightest indication that anyone has so much as moved that tube of paint in years. Which means this red coloring must be... blood. This entire canvas is covered, from corner to corner, with realistic scale drawings of flies, thousands upon thousands of them. That's nice. What about this? The canvas is blank. Or it might be, anyway. There seems to be a faint, almost imperceptible stain all across it, roughly in the shape of a human torso, but it might just be lighting. Nothing in here seems particularly useful. That's nice. How about here? Nothing in here, shut up. Okay, let's keep heading out. Nothing? Nothing. Alright, let's head to the ref room. Whoa, whoa, what was that? Press the R button and that happened. The dull, gloomy corridor suddenly lit up brightly for just a moment. Was it lightning? But we weren't near any windows and there was no thunder. So spooky. What's this do? What's this? There, glinted in the dim light, sat what appeared to be a component from some electronic device. That a battery? In contrast with everything else in this school, it seemed like a fairly recent item, a decade old at most, but likely much newer. What do you suppose this is? I'm not really sure, but it kind of looks like a battery, maybe. Yeah, it looks... Actually, the funny thing, it looks like a 9-volt, or at the same time, it also kind of looks like the PSP battery, but a little more fatter or something. Like a little more wider, but yeah. Looked like a battery to me, too. Huh? Maybe somebody brought a beefed up phone or a game system here. Might as well take it with us, I figured. Though if I gave it to Chihaya for keeping, it would no doubt wind up on the ground again somewhere. So I decided I'd pocket the thing. Battery pack. Okay. Anything? Nothing. What was that? I was pressing R to make the thing go faster. The door to the reference room is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. Okay. Nothing interesting now. Nothing interesting at all. Oh boy. I really don't want to go in the girls' room. But we are girls. Ha 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 ha. Was that note there before? Can't read it anyway. There's an excessive amount of human hair jamming the drain, generating an intermittent sucking noise that makes it sound like it's gasping for air. The stench is indescribable and seems to have attracted thousands upon thousands of tiny bugs that have transformed the white basin into a black mess. Okay, that's gross. A black mass, by the way, not mess. That's just gross. It's us. God, we look terrible. But then we haven't eaten a thing since we got here, and we certainly haven't been able to rest for even a moment. Okay, we don't need to read that again. What about this? There's an excessive amount of... Oh, yep, that's the same thing. There's no indication of anyone occupying any of these stalls, yet every one of them seems to be locked from the inside. Okay, well, that's nice. What happened to the hanging guy? Well, that's that. Let's go. Well, looks like we can't go upstairs, of course, but that's A-okay with me. Only place we haven't been to is the boys' room. So after that, let's start checking what we really gotta do, because I don't know what the heck we're supposed to do with the battery pack. What the heck we're supposed to do? The boys' room entrance is completely boarded up. There's no way to get inside right now. Hi, Blue Spirit. Are you going to kill me? I don't think you will, because blue spirits are usually good spirits. It's a thoroughly decomposed corpse. Well, where's your name tag? Do you know what lies beneath this school? It's a mire of agony and torment that can drive a man to madness with a single touch. That's nice. Well, since we've been everywhere by the looks of it, let's see here. Okay, we did that. Boo. Okay, we got that. Oh! Okay. Let's go! I guess we're supposed to go back here with the battery pack, because apparently battery packs can get us across holes. On the other side of the hole, there was now a man collapsed on the ground. I couldn't see any obvious wounds on him, but he wasn't moving at all. That's Taguchi! I can recognize that red sweater anywhere. It was hard to ascertain details in this dim light, but he seemed a bit too big to be a middle schooler or a high schooler, and he wasn't wearing a uniform. Who is that? Seems to be a bit too old to be a student. Is he dead? I don't know. Are you alright? Are you injured, maybe? Still no response. Maybe we should chuck something over there. Or maybe that's a bad idea. Nari, look! This was lying on the floor over there! A camera? Wonder if it's his. Yeah, that's definitely Taguchi. It was a fairly expensive looking DV camcorder. And a well-worn one at that, with dings and chips all over it, nonetheless. It looked like it probably still worked. What is it this time? Mayu, where have you gotten yourself off to? And that's my time to save, because why not? Mayu, I swear I heard your voice just a moment ago. You can't be far. You were singing about missing me. Are you okay? Have you been injured? Are you afraid? Are you lonely? Damn it, Taguchi! What the hell is keeping you? It's been well over an hour. I'm waiting here to exchange information with you when I could be out searching. Damn it! God damn it! Why has it come to this? Mayu. I don't care about anyone else. I just want you to be safe. Just you, and I'll be happy. The hell are you looking at? In my agitated state, I kicked a pair of hallway slippers that was sitting on the ground nearby, and they flew right into the dead girl's face. Ew. What are you doing sitting in a place like that anyway? You're dead! You're not worthy of such an honored seat! You're an eyesore! What's that look? You think I'm strange? What gives you the right? You goddamn stiff! I grabbed her jaw and began shaking it around, and was a bit startled by the sensation. It felt just like I was touching living flesh. Except this person was very, very cold. Cold as a statue covered in skin and muscle, but a statue nonetheless. What am I doing? Have I lost my mind? Why else would I be venting my anger at a dead body?
ああ、すまない。よく見たら目を切られてるじゃないか。これじゃ何も見えやしないな。
I'm terribly sorry. I see that now that your eyes have been sliced up. So you really weren't looking at anything, were you?
どうした？答えられないのかい？
What's wrong? Cat got your tongue?
数日前なら君も反論できたろうし、俺の方の一発も引っ叩けただろうにね。残念だな。カイダ・アリサさん。
If I'd asked you this a few days ago, I've no doubt you'd been able to voice your objections and slap me right in the face. Miss Arisa Kaida Pity.
冷静になれ。こんなことしても眉は見つからないぞ。第一、この子は何の罪もない被害者じゃないか。
Get it together, Sakataro! If you keep this up, you'll never find Mayu. Besides, this poor girl is an unfortunate victim. She's done nothing wrong.
いいことを教えてやろうか。君はね、なかなかの美人だけど、これから腐っていくんだ。
Want to know a secret, Kaida? You're quite the looker right now, but you're just going to rot from here on out. Just rot and rot.
どんどん腐って、肉がぐちゅぐちゅのスープみたいになって、皮膚がたるんで垂れ下がり、目玉は生卵みたいにこぼれ落ちる。
You'll rot until your flesh gets all soft and mushy, like soup. Your skin starts to stretch and sag, and your eyeballs start to spill out of your head like raw eggs.
トイレの便器よりもひどい悪臭を振りまきながら、腹渡も顔も口の中もウジ虫の餌になっちまうんだ。
I think the camera's off sync. I'll be right back in a sec. Yeah, I think it's better now. Okay. The smell you produce will be fouler than any toilet, and every part of you, your face, your mouth, your bowels, will become maggot chow.
そうなる前に、そうだな。綺麗な君の姿を残しておいてやるよ。
But before that happens, yes, let's preserve that beautiful form of yours, shall we? I flipped my cell phone back on and switched it to camera mode, centering the lens on the lovely Miss Kaida. Her slashed and broken gaze was focused ahead of her at a downward-facing angle, yet in contrast to these injuries, she wore a peaceful expression on her face, almost as if she were posing for me, just waiting for me to hit that shutter button.
いい表情するじゃないか。 いい絵になりそうだ。
What a lovely visage. This will make a splendid picture.
いいね。アンダルシアの犬って映画を知ってるかい？今の君にぴったりだよ。もう一枚いいかな。
Superb! Have you ever heard of the French film called Un Chien Andalou? You remind me so much of it right now. Might I take another?
ひょっとしたら君は生きてた時よりも今の方が魅力的かもしれない。そんな気がするよ。
You may just be more charming now than you were when you were alive. Yes, I think you must be.
だってほら、この硬直した方のラインなんか、失礼かもしれないけどエロティックだ。この手首の傷も。
Well, that's how you say erotic in Japanese. Erotica. I mean, just look at that face. The line formed by those stiffened cheekbones. I'm sorry, but it's just so erotica. And those cuts on your wrist. I tried poking her wound with my finger and heard a moist, squishy sound as my fingertip was swallowed up. She'd gone cold, but I guess there was still some blood left in her. Either way, either that or decomposition was already well underway. I pushed farther in, digging my finger through the gaps between her muscles until it struck something smooth and hard.
惚れだね。このぬめり気と冷たさ、奥に秘めた真の強さ、官能的だよ。
I've struck the bone. This vicious chill bellies the steadfast strength of the marrow within. It's almost sensual. As I drew my face into her forehead, a few particles of perfume scented the foul odor of sweat and sebum that had heretofore but been insulting my nostrils.
ここに閉じ込められて、ろくに髪も洗えなかったろうに。身だしなみを忘れないなんて。
Sealed in a place like this, unable even to wash your hair, but you still found the time and energy to groom. How delightful.
でも、君にはこの刺繍と血の香りの方が似合っている。絶対に。
And yet, the smell of death and blood suits you so much better. So much better. I...
俺は何をやってたんだ。死体の写真なんて。
What the hell have I been doing? Why have I been taking pictures of corpses?
しかし、こういう状況ではストレスを溜め込むのは禁物だ。こうして発散させることは悪いことじゃない。
I suppose they do say the stress is the real killer in situations like this. So anything I can do to relieve my built-up stress isn't so bad.
そう、たまたまだ。たまたまここに死体があったから。俺は。
Yes. It's all just happenstance. There happened to be corpses in here, so I...
そういえば、田口さんが警察に提出するために、ここの死体を取ってるとか言ってたな。
Come to think of it, Taguchi was taking footage of the corpses in here as well, and he said he was doing it so he could file a police report.
とっくに約束の1時間は過ぎてるだろうし、そろそろ田口さんを探してみるか。
1 hour has long since come and gone. Perhaps it's time I search for him as well.
もしかしたら田口さんが眉を見つけて同行してるかもしれないし、ここにいても始まらない。
It's entirely possible that he's met with Mayu and is accompanying her after all. In which case, standing around here will accomplish nothing. Amidst the darkness of the corridors, I spotted human figures, living ones this time. 2 of them, so that's what she looks like, okay. Both female, and both much younger than I approached them without making a noise or saying a single word to announce myself.
今度は何よ。
What is it this time? Junior high, I'd guess. Maybe 12 or 13 years old. One was clearly much more fear-prone than the other, as she wrapped herself around her companion's arm and was actively trying to hide behind her. She was looking in my general direction, but with the lighting as dim as it was, I had no idea whether or not she could see me. And while finding survivors in this land of the dead was a rare occurrence indeed, my focus was squarely on the man sprawled out on the other on the man sprawled out farther down the hall. He was unconscious, possibly worse, and an uncrossable gap separated us, but I definitely recognized him. It was Taguchi.
あの
田口さん、死んでるのか？
Is Mr. Taguchi dead? Was I concerned about him? Did I feel for him? Honestly, no. I felt nothing whatsoever at that moment. I was simply asking because I was curious. I'm normally calm and stoic, sure, but this seemed cold even for my standards. Did I really not care one way or another if he were dead?
その人と知り合いなんですか？
Hey, you know that guy?
いや、別に。
Not really.
でも今名前言ってましたよね。これその人のだと思うんでどうぞ。
But you just said a name, didn't you? Here, I think this belongs to him. Give it a look. The girl handed me a beat-up DV camera. No doubt about it. This was the same one Taguchi had been looking into when I met him earlier. I took it without a word and immediately tried to turn it on, but to no avail. It had no power.
バッテリーが切れてる。使えそうにないな。
Battery's dead. Doesn't seem like it'll be much of use anymore.
バッテリーも落ちてたから拾っておきました。使ってください。
I think we found its battery pack on the ground too. Here, try it out.
ああ、
Okay. Okay.
不愛想すぎ。別にお礼言ってほしいわけじゃな ないけどさ。
she even says the same thing. It's like, okay. That didn't even sound right. Okay. The hell is his problem? Okay, he says. What kind of social reject accepts a stranger's kindness like that? Not that I need thanks or anything, but still. Nari.
平気。どうせ聞こえてないよ。
Don't worry, he's not even listening. I placed the battery pack into the DV camera and immediately saw the red power light pop on. Still fully functional by all appearances.
これで保存してある映像を確認できる。
Now I can check over the footage he's collected. I mean, he already sounds like he's out of it.
君たちはここで何してるんだい？
So what are you two doing here?
あの、
Huh? Well...
友達を探しているんです。小笠原奈々と霧神ひかりっていう武蔵川女子中学の同級生なんですけど、それから高等部の先輩たちも。
We're looking for our friends Nana Ogasawara, Wara, and Hikari Gami, fellow students from Musashigawa Junior High, and some others from Senior High.
私は天戸谷なり。この子は山瀬千早って言います。
My name's Nari Amatoya, and this is Chihaya Yamase.
そうか。中学生か。そっちの小さな君、どことなく持田の妹と似てるよ。
I see. Middle schoolers, then. The littler of you two reminds me of Mochida's sister. Huh?
何の話ですか？あなたは高校生ですよね。
I have no idea what you're talking about. You are a senior high school or a senior high student, right?
俺も人を探してるんだ。鈴本真由っていう子。君たち見なかったか？
I'm looking for someone too. Her name is Mayu Suzumoto. Have either of you seen her?
それよりまず名乗るのが礼儀だと思うんですけど。
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking at the same time. You know, it's proper manners to introduce yourself before you start asking questions.
ああ、すまない。俺は森重作太郎。木更木学園の2年だ。
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm Sakataro Morishige, an 11th grader at Kisaragi Academy High School.
それでさっきの話だけど、真由を知らないかい？この写真の子なんだけど。
Back to my question then. Have either of you seen Mayu? I have a picture of her here. I flipped open Mayu's student ID to its photo page, almost as if I were a sheriff flashing my badge, but the responses from these two were not encouraging. They exchanged a quick glance with one another, then shook their heads.
私たちは会ってないみたいです。
I don't think either of us have seen her, no.
そうか。いいんだ。このカメラの中に手がかりがあるかもしれないし。
I see. That's all right. There may be some clue as to her whereabouts in this camera. I rewound the tape a bit and put the camera in playback mode. Immediately horrifying imagery began displaying on the device's tiny LCD screen. Audio was irrelevant. It seemed like the only sounds on the tape were those of Taguchi's ragged breathing and footsteps, and his occasional self-mutterings. 90% of the video footage then consisted of dead bodies, while the remaining 10% was mostly just the camera autofocusing in the dim light. Each body was shot from a variety of angles so their causes of death could be easily determined. Guess he really was planning on showing this to the police.
何これ死体ばっか
The hell is this? It's nothing but dead bodies!
やだ私見たくない
Get it away! I don't want to see that! The two nosy girls were peeking in on the video's contents over my shoulder, and neither seemed certain quite how to react. That was kind of weirdly put, but okay. Yeah, that's funny how they weren't invited to see the video and they are saying, "Get that thing away from me," and it's like, you weren't, I wasn't trying to show you, you all were trying to be nosy. So get away from my friggin' shoulders.
随分丁寧に撮ってあるんだな。
Amazing. He really did a nice job with these.
俺がまだ見てない死体がいくつもいくつも。これなんてまるでシーレの絵みたいだ。
So many
綺麗だ。
So many bodies I haven't seen yet. So many. They're like child paintings. They're so beautiful.
だけど惜しいな。田口さんの視点は作業的だ。映像を見る他人の目を意識しているし、死者に遠慮している。
Still.
もっと。
Thought you were done. Still, his technique could be better. He does little to catch the viewer's eye. There's too much restraint. Too much distance. If it were me...
ナリちゃん。
どうしたんだい？
Hmm? What's the matter?
なんで笑ってるんです
Why exactly are you laughing?
笑ってる？俺が？
Laughing? Am I laughing?
笑ってますよ嬉しそうに
Ah, boy, this is gonna be the awkward part. For me, not for him, for me. Yes, you're smiling and laughing, like you're having a grand old time.
それは変だな。
Well, that's... rather odd, isn't it?
ナリちゃん
Nari, let's...
私たちもう行きます
Okay. I'm sorry, but we have to get going now.
行く？どこへ？
Going? Where exactly?
友達探してる途中なんで
Well, we were in the middle of searching for our friends before you started to have a grand old time and laugh.
何をそんなに慌ててるんだい？協力できることがあるかもしれないよ。
What's your rush? Maybe there's something I can do to help.
いいです私たちだけで頑張りますからさよなら
Sayonara! That's quite alright. We'll handle it on our own. Goodbye now! Bye-bye!
何を勘違いしたんだか。俺のことを 変質者か何かだと思ったのかな。
Really? I think there must have been some misunderstanding. Maybe they thought I was some kind of pervert.
まあいい。誤解を解くのも面倒だ。
Well, that's fine by me. It would be a pain in the ass to change their minds anyway.
それになかなか面白い反応だったしな。
Besides, that was a rather fascinating reaction.
カメラは置いておこう。これは田口さんの目だ。他人の視線で見てもいまいち感情に訴えてこない。
I think I'll leave the camera here. It's Taguchi's eyes, after all. No one else could possibly feel what he felt from anything he caught on it.
俺は俺自身の目で見てもっと触れたい。
I want to keep taking in these surroundings with my own eyes, to keep feeling what this school has to offer in my own personal way.
俺だけのコレクションが欲しい。いや、死者を自分のものにしたいのか。
I want my own collection. Or I suppose I just want to possess the dead. I want to make them mine.
待て、何を考えている。俺は眉を探してるんだぞ。
Wait, what am I thinking? I should be searching for Mayu right now.
撮影はただのストレス発散だ。眉を探す前に俺が自暴自棄になっては話にならないから、その防衛策だ。
These photos are just for stress relief. If I lost myself to despair before finding Mayu, she could be gone forever. And I mustn't let that happen.
そう、眉を探すための手段でしかない。目的と手段を履き違えちゃダメだ。
Yes, this is all just one step in the long process of finding her, and certainly can't be mixing up a single step with my end goal.
だが、もっ
But
と見たい。
I want to see more. Okay, I know what's supposed to happen next. I'm gonna stop it right here and say, hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great Halloween, and yeah, right now it's like actually 6 o'clock in the morning, but I'm gonna keep going and try to finish this. Good luck with that, too, Luke. That's all I gotta say.